The PC number scroll feature allows you to send program change messages in increments or decrements to scroll through presets on any MIDI-capable pedal. You can see which preset you are at via the changing PC numbers on your controller's screen. This is especially useful if your pedal does not have CC numbers assigned for it to scroll through its presets, or have no display to show you which preset you are at. Let's show you how to set it up right now. Before we begin, a very big shout out to Brian and the folks from New Neighbor for sending us the brand new Illumine. This pedal is high in demand right now and we are really lucky to have one with us for this video. We finally have a MIDI controllable version of the fabled Wet reverb. The Wet has always been one of the most beautiful and organic sounding reverbs on the market, and we've been fans of it since 10 years ago, so you can imagine our excitement when the Illumine was announced. Now let's get into some preset scrolling using MIDI with the Illumine for this demonstration. Like some other pedals, the Illumine itself does not have any CC numbers for scrolling through its presets, but fret not. Morningstar controllers have a MIDI message type called PC number scroll. This allows you to send program change messages in increments or decrements to scroll through presets on any MIDI capable pedal. Let's show you how to use it with the Illumine. If you change foot switch mode under the Illumine's global settings, you can use both foot switches to scroll up and down through presets. That's great, however you still cannot hold down a foot switch to continuously scroll through presets. This makes it rather slow and tedious to scroll to your desired preset. Using a Morningstar controller will allow you to do that. New Neighbor has very nicely included 2.5mm to 5-pin cable adapters with the Illumine. This makes it super easy to connect it to your MIDI controller. All you need is a standard 5-pin MIDI cable. For this example, let's set up these two switches C and F on the MC6 to scroll through our Illumine presets. Let's start with switch F, which will be our increase preset switch. All we need to do is select a press action followed by the PC number scroll message type. For scroll type, select increase and send, because we want the PC number we send to increase by 1 each time we press the switch. Now the next part of this message is the counter. Every Morningstar controller has 16 different scroll counters that allow you to scroll through 16 different devices independently. This lets you scroll through different devices and have independent scroll positions. You can continue scrolling from where you left off on each pedal without affecting other devices. The 16 scroll counters can be found under the Controller Settings tab on the editor. I know it may look a little complicated when you first see it, but all we need to care about for this example is the first counter, counter 0, which we are going to use to scroll through presets on the Illumine. Here you will see minimum, maximum, and start values. The minimum and maximum values define the range within which you can scroll. Once you reach the end of the range, you'll just loop back to the start. And the start value determines where you start scrolling from. There are 50 programmable presets on the Illumine and they are numbered 0 to 49. So we just need our counter's start value to be 0 so that we start from preset 0 on the Illumine, and our max value to be 49, which will recall the last preset on the Illumine. Let's name this switch %E0 with an upward arrow at the end to indicate that it will increase the preset. Now what is %E0, you may ask? %E is a placeholder that allows you to display the current PC number scroll position as your switch name. Enter %E followed by the counter number, which in this case is 0. This will display the current scroll position of the counter in use. This is super handy because it allows you to see which preset position you are at on your effect pedal. As you can see on the Illumine here, it does not display the preset number, only the preset name. This can make it difficult for you to know where you are in your whole array of presets and not know how far away you are from reaching your desired preset. With the changing PC number shown on your controller, you will always know right where you are. If you don't want the scroll counter number to show up on both switches, you can also just have it on one switch and name the other switch preset, for example. As long as both switches are using the same scroll counter, the scroll counter will still move. Make sure that you are sending this message via the same MIDI channel that your receiving device is set to. In this case, we are using channel 3. Then click Save Preset. Now each press on switch F will scroll up to the next preset, but holding the switch down still does not continuously scroll through presets. But it's super easy to make that happen. All you have to do is just copy the first message we have programmed, paste it to the second message and choose a long press scroll action instead. Then click Save. And just like that, we can now increase the Illumine presets either by pressing or holding down switch F. Repeat the same thing for switch C, but select decrease and send instead of increase and send. This will decrease the PC number being sent by 1 each time we press the switch. Also, use a small V for a down arrow indicator instead. Hit save and you now have two switches that allow you to scroll up and down through your presets. What has been shown here today will work for any MIDI pedal that has preset capability. I hope this video has been useful to you. If you like what you've seen here today, do consider subscribing and also gently nudging that like button. This is where you get all the latest video tutorials and product updates. Also give us a follow on Instagram and Facebook via the links down below. We'd love to see you there. Happy preset scrolling, and I'll catch you again in the next video. Peace.